Ladies and gentlemen, the New South Wales Blues have announced their 2025 State of Origin Game 3 team list. So let's go through the team list and have a little talk about it. So the team list includes Dylan Edwards, Brian Toto, Stephen Crichton, Latrell Mitchell, Zach Lomax, Jerome Luai, Nathan Cleary, Max King, Reece Robson, Payne Haas, Liam Martin, Angus Crichton, Isaiah Yeo, Connor Watson, Spencer Leniu, Hudson Young, Stefano Utokumanu, Jacob Kiraz, Lindsay Smith, and Bradman Best. Starting with the back line, it is unchanged, so that means it's Toto, Crichton, Mitchell, and Lomax once again. For me, that's the correct call. Completely fine with that. As a team, New South Wales didn't have the best start in Game 2, but they had a good go to come back later in the game, and that's the best back line that they could present on paper. So don't change anything. Don't change something that we know works. I still wish they'd put Pappenhausen at fullback. I know that's not the back line, but in terms of the backs overall, I wish that Pappenhausen could have had a chance. But as they say, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. However, in the halves, you have Luai and Cleary. On paper, for me, this is the right call. These two know each other extremely well, and there's more time to get used to those combinations in Game 3. Now, it hasn't been the best series for Cleary, but here's the problem. It's State of Origin, Game 3, a decider in Sydney, New South Wales. Do you really drop, potentially, the best player in the world for a game of this significance? Now, you could make the argument that he's maybe not the right option for this Origin series. But this is Nathan Cleary we're talking about. In a high-pressure situation, who do you want to guide you through it? For me, it's Nathan Cleary. But of course, it's not all about him, obviously. So to come onto the forwards, it's unchanged as well. You've got Max King, Reece Robson at hooker, Payne Haas, Liam Martin, Angus Crichton, Isaiah Yeo starting. Again, for me, this is the correct call. That's the strongest lineup that you have available up front. Now, they didn't look as visibly strong in Game 2 as they did in Game 1, but that's something to get onto a little bit more with the Queensland video, I think, in terms of the battle up front. Now, you've still got a big hitter and offload machine in Liam Martin and Angus Crichton, and then with Yeo in the middle controlling things and getting stuck in, I think you're a really solid forward pack there once again for the New South Wales Blues. But onto the bench, unchanged as well. I like it. Connor Watson, Spencer Leniu, Hudson Young, and Stefano Utokumanu. First of all, Connor Watson, quality impact player off the bench. Can absolutely play in the halves if absolutely necessary. We'll see how that goes. But is a quality option at 9 to keep the speed in the ruck. Quality option at 13. If you want to rotate 9 and 13, you can always do that. Quality defensive player through the middle. A lot of speed out the ruck as well. Spencer Leniu, great impact player off the bench. Hudson Young as well. He played in the middle a little bit in Game 2. That was unexpected. I thought he might have maybe rotated with Martin or Crichton just to give them a bit of a break at some points throughout the game. But he played in the middle, had a bit of speed, had a good go, a few decent carries, and looked all right. But then you have Stefano Utokumanu, a bigger bloke to go through the middle, solid impact player as well. Hoping to see a little bit more game time for him, but is a solid option and can be a huge hitter off the bench. So the Blues have only changed the reserves, who aren't likely to play anyway. So what's going to be different in Game 3? First off, I think they'll be better prepared for the speed of Queensland. The Maroons lacked a bit of speed and depth in Game 1, but I think the intent and pace in them in Game 2 shocked the Blues a little bit, at least early on in the game, and then eventually they dealt with it and started to come back. But I also think the connections in the spine have more time together to improve on those combinations and move the ball around a little bit more effectively. But we will see how they get on in Game 3. But there you have the New South Wales Blues 2025 State of Origin Game 3 squad. If you guys have your own opinions on this squad, do let me know in the comments section down below. I'd love to know what you guys think. But as always, if you enjoyed it, feel free to leave a like. It does help to get the video out there to more people. Subscribe to the channel to stay up to date with more Kinetic Rugby League content. If you'd like to join the Discord, there's an invite link in the description. And if you'd like to become a member, you can do by clicking the join button below this video and joining for as little as £1 per month. But that's going to be it. Thanks for watching, and I will see you next time.